That guy should have brought Max Dowman on for Saka. Saka was shit. He was rubbish, and he's been like that. And funny that it's almost like I told him last season when everyone was getting hyped. Oh, but he came off the bench and scored against Fulham. Oh, he Panenka the penalty and missed, but then he made up for it by dinking Courtois. Okay, cool. Yeah, fantastic, mate. It led to nothing. He should never have played a single minute after that injury last season. He should have been in pre-season this season after having a rest and getting up to full speed. Yeah, instead, the guy's washed, bro. Yeah, the guy's finished. That guy's got 0 assists in his last 22 Premier League games. Yeah, he's got 4 goals in that time. I think 2 of them are pens, they count. But he scored 4 goals in his last 22 league games. 4 GA, you know. 4 in 22 games for you GA statisticians.
I'm not going to let him, but he equalised for you guys today. That's
irrelevant. Irrelevant. Just because he equalised, yeah, irrelevant. The guy was trash. He was a passenger. Not only that, their equaliser, he put his foot up in the air and it bounced off of his foot, went to the geezer who chipped it in and probably scored.
Sorry, wait, sorry, wait. Let me stop you. Let me stop you there.
And I like Saka.
Let me stop you there. You said it's irrelevant that he scored an equalizer. Now we know how the game ended, right? But basically, you're saying that unless the game, like, basically saying that you said every goal is irrelevant because if you don't know what the end result's going to be, then it's irrelevant to score that goal. That makes no sense.
Well, it does, and I'll break that down.
Why are you not better after the equalizer, though?
That makes no sense. Sorry.
I watched the whole game. We were shit.
Yeah, but wait, sorry. Wait,
right, so when you say irrelevant, I say irrelevant goals that lead to nothing and nothing. So we might have already seen Saka's prime, by the way, and I've been telling people this for 4 years. We might have seen Saka's prime. Oh, but they get better with age. Well, how's that working out for all these other players like Smith Rowe and Reece Nelson and Martinelli and Odegaard and all these other players that have come through that have been young? Charlie Patino can't even get a game at Deportivo in Segunda Division in Spain. Yeah. But he was the next Aaron Ramsey, and we'll all grow together. Yeah, load of bollocks. Everyone develops at a different age. Saka, we might have already seen his prime. That's not to say I think he's bad, because I actually rate Saka. However, every single goal that guy has scored in the Premier League has been irrelevant because he's not won the Prem. His most famous goal for our club was in the FA Cup that we won in the early rounds because he never got a gig in the final or the semi. Yeah, he played, I think it was against Blackburn. I think it was Blackburn or someone, and he scored. Yeah, that's his most important goal for this club. Every goal he scored in the Premier League is irrelevant because he ain't won it. Yeah, all of this extra stuff. We have a flag-based metric. You either win and that's called a trophy, or you don't.
Whilst I understand the sentiment of that, I still don't believe in that because ultimately we don't need opinions. We've got a fact-based metric.
That's what y'all said about Harry Kane.
I don't say that about Harry Kane. I actually think Harry Kane was a quality striker. I actually thought he did really well in the Premier League. I think basically what we're doing is now we're boiling down football to just a very small thing, right? Football's more than just that. And Lee,
you're ordering a small thing. Please tell us.
No, you're moving to just one sport analyzing.
So what's the one small thing? Tell us. Lee, so you can't just say that and not say what it is. What's the small thing?
The small thing is basically you're just saying that unless you win, then we shouldn't watch football. Then
that's the sole aim of the game.
That's the aim of the game. That's the aim of the game. But it's
the sole aim of the game.
You are saying unless you win, then you shouldn't enjoy football. So anyone here who doesn't see it,
football wasn't set up for your entertainment. It was set up for athletes to compete against other athletes. It was the best, factually.
No, it was factually set up for entertainment.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was factually set up. Yeah,
Olu, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else.
I can't do this.
Sports is not entertainment; it's entertaining. It's a difference.
Listen, I watch La Liga because it's entertaining. I enjoy watching the football because it resembles something I grew up on watching football. Yeah. Sport was not set up for your personal enjoyment. It was set up for 11 athletes in football to compete against another 11 athletes in football to compete over a whole season.
So why do we watch it? Why do you support it then? Why do you care?
That's not the reason it was set up. That's irrelevant.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Why should a Charlton fan watch Charlton? Just shit right now. Why should they watch them? Why should a Grimsby fan watch Grimsby?
So that's all irrelevant. We have a fact-based metric for success in sport. Sport was set up not for personal entertainment for the outside. It was set up to compete athletes against athletes to see who's the best. If you get some sort of way and feeling about that, then so do I, so does everyone else. That's why we watch these sports. That is not the way it was set up. The sole aim of the game, is to win the trophy. Hence why for over 150 years, They give them out to the winner, not the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth place.
Whilst I understand that, I do.
Unless you're an F1.
Whilst I understand that, I do agree. I do agree with you on the fact that from a professional, when you're an athlete, your thing is yes, I want to win. I understand that. None of us here are athletes. None of us here play football. We don't carry the trophy. This means nothing to us. Actually, we don't get a medal. We don't get none of the money.
Wait, Olu, what are you talking about, bro?
I'm talking to Lee. Please just stay out for a second. Let me stay out for a second. It's got nothing to do. So it's got nothing to do with us. In the end, we are fans. The reason why we call ourselves fans is because we watch this thing to enjoy it, right? That's why I say for a Charlton fan, for example, why should they watch it? If the whole thing is, well, you shouldn't enjoy watching a game because if you don't win a trophy, then why should a Charlton fan, a boy who's like 5-year-old, watch his team and still make some of these guys as heroes? Because basically what you're doing is taking football and saying it's a sport which is enjoyed by masses. Let's just reduce that to just the one set of people who enjoy it because they managed to pick up a fucking metal cup at the end.
Okay, let me ask you this then, yeah? Because you're making some good points, yeah? But I'd fold half of these clubs. Why is there so many clubs in London? They're all shit. Fold half of them.
But the reason why they exist is because fans.
Why does Brighton exist? Fold them.
Sure.
They've never won a major honour. Fold them.
The reason why they exist is because the normal people banded together to create a club. For example, I can go to my park near my house and join a club, right? They're not a professional team, they're the same professional team, but they still play because they enjoy the game. So these clubs came up.
Yeah, so you get a certain feeling about a certain way about watching and or playing for a non-professional team. That's not what football was set up for. Football was set up, same as any other sport, to compete athletes against athletes. Then after that, the masses then enjoyed it for their entertainment.
But originally
it was set up to compete athletes against athletes to see who's the best. Hence why they have handed out trophy to the winner for over 150 years. We don't need any of our opinions, mine, yours, anyone's. We have a fact-based metric. It's called a trophy.
I understand that, but prior to that, football was still being played.
I have a better question. Is everything else meaningless then? Is everything else?
That's what we're saying. That is what we're saying.
That's what by everything else.
So winning's the most important thing. I'm with you with that. I'm with you on winning is the most important thing. But is it the only thing? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Yeah, let me ask you a question. Who do you think is the greatest player you've seen? Who's the greatest player you've seen in your life?
In my life.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi.
Okay, cool. Why do you think Leo Messi is the greatest player in your life? Why? Because he wins.
No,
he's the most decorated. He's the most decorated footballer of all time. Okay, Ronaldo is up there as well.
Zidane.
Guess what? Zidane, another one. Yeah, guess what? He's won. Every single time.
Everything.
Yeah, every single time. Yeah, he scored one of the greatest Champions League final goals of all time against Liverpool. So every single player that you've just mentioned has won. You ain't gonna pick somebody that ain't won nothing.
I could have been a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, but Ronaldo's won how many trophies?
Yeah, I know, but he hasn't been more than.
Bro, let me ask him a question. Lee, you watch La Liga, right? When did you watch La Liga during the 2000s? Did you enjoy watching Riquelme?
Yeah, Riquelme was a baller, but
he won nothing. He won nothing.
Well, he didn't win nothing, but I enjoyed he didn't win
exactly.
I also enjoyed watching Matt Letizia. But why are these two players never considered the GOATs? Why are they not up there in conversations? Because they never won.
Wait, again, you still enjoyed watching them.
No, but Lee asked Musa who his all-time favorite player was. He never said Riquelme was his all-time favorite player.
I know that, but I'm asking him a question.
I get your tongue out of Lee's ass, bro. No, because he's talking sense, man. Because it is about trophies. It is about trophies.
Name point.
And I asked him specifically, I said, did you enjoy watching him? I didn't say, did he win? I said, do you enjoy? And you just said to me, you enjoyed watching it. So a part of what you're watching was enjoyment. It wasn't about if Riquelme won a trophy at the end of the season. You saw him, you said...
Riquelme missed a penalty against Arsenal and we got to the Champions League final. Did you enjoy the final? Because I didn't. We lost.
I enjoyed it up to the point where he missed when Henry didn't score that goal. I get it, right?
We still think about that. But the point is, yes, I did enjoy that.
Exactly, so that's the point. So you enjoy football.
I enjoyed watching JJ Okocha. I enjoyed watching other players.
I enjoyed that.
But at the same time, yes, that is enjoyment. That's why I watch La Liga. The Premier League is the worst league in the world. La Liga 2, everyone says, oh, international break, what are we going to do? Oh, the Interlo, oh, it's so boring. Watch La Liga 2, bruv, Segunda. That league is better than the Premier League. And I'll be watching that. I'll be watching Arsenal women against Bayern Munich in the week. Yeah, because guess what? Yeah, they can ball out as well.
Right? Fan and I
Barcelona women. Barcelona women have lost about 10 games in the last 5 years. They play better football. Shut up.
I'm a better fan than you because I want to watch the
No, but real talk,
wank.
you are right
We
to a
gotta
certain
be honest.
degree.
The premise
But
is
when that
different.
becomes your main purpose of entertainment, bro, are you entertained watching Arteta ball? Real talk.
Hell no.
Me
Hell
personally,
no.
Are you actually entertained watching this?
Be honest.
Olu,
in
Oh,
between,
yes.
be honest.
let me. Can
No,
I
no, I'm not
explain?
talking about Invincible. Arteta weren't part of the Invincibles.
No,
Are you entertained watching Arteta ball right
I'll
now?
say- No, not 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you're not entertained.
I still no. I enjoy it, but not all the time.
What part do you enjoy then? So you're not
I hate the-
entertained, but you
I
enjoy
hate-
what?
The winning.
Wait, no, not the winning.
We don't win nothing. We don't win nothing.
Exactly.
But I can still listen.
Let him
Okay,
answer.
wait. Let me answer.
I wanna
If I don't
let him
enjoy
go,
it,
let him
if I don't enjoy it, I will not tune in and watch the game.
You will, because you're an Arsenal fan.
Exactly. So I'm enjoying I'm actually enjoying.
No,
watching
you
the
do
game.
it because
That's
it's
why I
your team,
celebrate.
man. You want to represent your team.
Bro, trust me, I'm not that kind of person. If I don't want to watch football, I won't
Bro,
watch
I
football.
swear down, if Arsenal win today, you're bowling into work on Monday, chest puffed out, going, yeah, hold that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Arsenal lose, you're going in like a little
Lee,
sheep, like quiet, like, oh, there. Let's make sure the Man United fans
Lee,
don't see me. The
Lee,
Chelsea fans,
nope,
the City
Lee,
fans, come on, get
Lee,
out of here, man.
Lee,
That's
Lee,
Jimmy when Chelsea
Lee,
lose.
You don't know, Lee, listen. This is the
When
first
the
time
last time we lost?
Wait. This is the
Just
first time
the other week
Lee. This is the first time you
When?
talked, right?
when you
Us
had the
can,
DJ set.
regardless, win or lose, I will be here.
Money, so
the
you
same
got
way.
to be here with you talking.
I'll be here the
Like,
same
you
way.
get money?
Yeah. That's how it works, motherfucker.
Anyway,
Right, that comment in the chat from Mido, yeah?
Which
that
one?
comment in the chat from Mido, yeah?
Which
It
one?
says Lee doing mental
Adam.
gymnastics, the one above that, a couple above. Doing mental gymnastics. Why are you watching the Liga? Yeah? Because it's entertaining and all their presenters are buff, bruv. All the women presenters are fit.
Elche.
Right?
Not Elche.
Like Elche plays sick football. They play better football than our club, that's for sure. Right?
That's not true.
Are they
will
yes,
smoke
it is. I
We will
factually watch it
smoke 'em.
every week.
And we will smoke them.
That's an opinion.
Yeah,
mate.
we would
That's an
smoke
opinion.
them. However,
Exactly.
guess what? They rattled Barca. They drew with Atleti. And so, right, either way. The point is, yeah, I watch La Liga because it's more entertaining than the Premier League.
But you also said Savio is better than Saka.
Right, okay, so wait, because we're diverting a billion different things here, yeah? Right? I know Elche ain't going to win nothing, but I enjoy watching their football. Matt Letizia never won though. I enjoy watching him play. No, I'm not making your point because you ain't let me land. But guess what? When I sit there and I go,